What's up? Welcome to the Versi Triplet Show. Today we got NPR. I don't know, NPR's, Twitter's, Ready Set Blows podcast. Comedian extraordinaire Randy Valerio in the house.
Hey, a round of applause from the guys from me. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Hey, we're happy to have you on here.
You sound happy to have him on here, Alex.
Yeah. Well, you guys hate.
I know.
You guys hate when I do and then you're like, well,
it is a little Casey Kasem. Yeah, I will agree with your brothers on this.
That was a toned down version of it too. That was
you gave him a heap of shit right before he started.
Yeah,
well, of course he's going to pull it back a little.
You got to be a real person when you're on this podcast.
You have
can't pretend to be.
You have to hook the 11-year-olds in early with
Is that what you're going for here? Should we call Chris Hansen?
Yeah.
Wait, didn't he get fucking canceled for something?
He did get canceled for something as well.
Yeah.
I think he was stealing. I don't think it was.
I think he stormed the Capitol. He was the guy in the Viking helmet.
Yeah,
I wonder how much he's made over the years.
Dude,
disgusting.
He's from that old money where it's like if you were on a syndicated show like back in the day, dude, you
he's still cashing residual checks.
Oh my God.
Easily.
And
they brought him back on things now. Like he's the voice of all catfish, so like he just immediately gets any plug-in. So I'm sure he's making plenty of money.
We still get residual checks from a guest appearance we had on
From
the
the
show.
floor is lava? You guys
That was a one-time check.
you guys get cuts on that?
No,
that would be nice.
from shit we did child acting.
You guys were child actors?
Yeah.
In TV, film, commercial? What are we talking here?
A lot of commercials, but we
above.
did a couple of TV shows.
Not film.
Is that because like the triplets, they could just trade you out when you're
Yes,
kids?
literally exactly what they
Wow,
did.
so your parents were pimping you from the jump, huh?
Yeah,
100%.
They didn't want to. They're an agent.
Well, they didn't
found-
want you. We
Well, yeah.
established that
That's
before the
true.
show.
That's true. Yeah,
Sean.
that's true.
Sean is not a favorite. He is
not
neither
I know.
parent's favorite.
My dad's least favorite is for sure.
Yeah,
Sean.
for the listeners out there, I asked before the show who was their the least favorite of the triplets, their parents, and they said Sean by far.
Absolutely.
But we talked about this before. Sean has every time you bring up a conversation where you try to like get to a serious point with Sean and like ask him about something,
accountability, anything
where he's been wrong and you need to like get accountability out of him. He just we call it the dead possum. He just plays dead, lets the conversation blow over, and then he'll chime back in when it's not about him.
Yeah.
It sounds
Smart,
genius.
dude.
Yeah, thank you.
That sounds brilliant to me.
Yeah, it is a
It's a way
genius
to
idea.
avoid arguments.
Yes.
It took you 30 years to figure out my strategy. You only figured it out a couple
I
months
gotta
ago.
give him credit. That is fair.
But also, there's a reason why that's why he's hated. My dad's like, this guy's just, he thought he was autistic for a while.
So
not the good
Are
kind
you the
either.
mom's favorite? Are you mom's favorite?
No.
I'm neither favorite.
No one.
I wasn't even the dog's favorite. Nobody likes me for some reason.
They didn't want you in this fucking trio, but I mean, they got it.
exactly. But they needed somebody.
It's a marketing ploy. It's a
They're going to
marketing
be the Verzi twins till you fucking popped up.
Yeah, exactly. It's true. They needed somebody that was funny, so they brought me in.
Oh,
Wow. Why don't you tell us a joke then?
Well, Mitchell actually started doing stand-up solo, and then he realized he was so fucking unfunny that we came in.
Yeah, so how does it, so you guys all started, like whose idea was it to get into comedy? Because I imagine it must be nice having like someone to do the whole fucking thing with you, because you guys know it's a fucking grind.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But then you got to split the money.
Yes.
You got to figure out how you're going to handle the jokes on stage. Like, you know, because I deliver my premises and punchlines. I don't know how you guys determine that. Like, how do you like work it out before you even try to bit?
We used to do it like line by line, like really kind of scripted shit. And it was awful.
Yeah.
And then now it's all kind of like a cloud where it's like we all know the jokes.
Okay.
But if somebody like starts talking about dad, it's like okay, we all know where it's going. So like we just kind of naturally trade off lines.
Okay.
So
Like
it's
if
not like
he does a
anything
punchline, then I know I'm doing a tag and he's doing a tag. Like,
Okay.
it's kind of
Set
like
up.
unset rules, but we all know where it goes.
Okay.
Because otherwise it seems too fake.
Yeah, we didn't want to take the easy way out and just do it by ourselves like you did.
Remember this one guy delivering
Yeah,
lines?
just fucking sit there and tweet all day. That's
Yeah, like I said, I got to imagine there's got to be like pluses and minuses to it.
Yeah,
like,
there is.
I'm sure starting out, you guys are fumbling all over each other and shit.
Oh,
Starting out,
stepping on lines and all that nonsense.
when one guy bombs, it sucks. When three guys collectively go on stage and are bombing unfunny together,
when you agree to do
wanna kill
something,
them.
when you agree to have a
That's
common,
when Sean walks off in the middle of the act.
Yeah. Yes.
The three of you are bombing, and he does what you said. He plays posse, just quietly puts out his mic and walks off
yeah,
stage
yeah.
and leaves you up there to suffer the bombing.
Yep.
oh, yeah,
I'm just caught in the fucking aftershocks.
The early days of like the old, because we didn't know, like we didn't have a style yet. We were just like, we do like the one line, then one line, and those bombs.
The bombs are it's like an earthquake. We're like a 3.0 is not bad, but a 6.0 is like, okay, serious damage is happening. That's a bomb for us.
Taiwan just got leveled.
It gets
what happens
real quick,
and there's aftershocks.
But no, it's at least more natural now, and way like. Even if one of their jokes bombs, and Sean, it happens with Sean quite a bit.
Pick on Sean hour.
Then at least the other two can be like, we can neutralize that. Where it's like, oh yeah, well he's not the funny triplet, and then just move on to something else.
Little known facts for the listeners out there. So Sean might be Dad's least favorite, but he has the biggest cock of the three.
That's true.
And Randy knows from experience.
That's true. Ready, set, blow. He lived up to the task.
Have girls? I'm sure they tried to sleep with all three of you.
Yeah,
a lot of older women are like, I think they're just like,
that's a secret about old chicks, man.
Yeah.
I'm much more. I'm 39. I'm much older than you guys.
Yikes.
Thanks. I'm turning 40. Turning 40 in 6 short months.
Wow.
But
don't tell people that.
I don't give a shit, man. I'm dying. I know it's LA, but I don't give a fuck.
You look pretty good.
Thanks. I appreciate that.
You look 38.
Thanks. But look, the me being on TV leading man ship has sailed, so I don't give a fuck how old I am.
Yeah. You have a Hallmark Channel type of look.
Do you think?
No, I've gotten villain face before.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Derek Gaines, a comic out of New York, I was opening for him in Boston one night, and I was like a week before I was leaving, I was talking to him. He's like, oh, you moving to LA? I'm like, yeah. He's like, you do all right out there. You got good villain face.
Yeah.
You do.
I'm like, what the fuck is that?
I can see
He's like,
that.
you play the villain. I was like, I don't know if that's a compliment or an insult. Like, oh, I got to be like the scary, creepy guy. I can't be the likable one.
Nah.
You look like
Good point.
Yeah, you looked like the guy at the corporate office that, like, if somebody was gonna blow the place up, that would be you.
Okay,
Like
fair
you
enough.
just once you take enough shit, then you'll go rogue.
Do you speak Spanish?
Very little, but I do a little bit.
Man, if you just learned a little bit, you would fucking crush a
know.
telenovelas. You would fucking Spanish soap operas. You would crush.
Dude, that's like a dream of mine, is to become famous in another country.
Oh yeah,
To be like the
good.
biggest comedian in Croatia. You know, like,
Yeah.
I think that'd be a dope ass lifestyle. I just spend 6 months a year touring out there and then come back here and, have all this money and no one knows who the fuck I am.
Yeah.
That sounds like a fantastic deal.
To be famous in like Brazil or something
Hell
would be
yeah.
so much better than being famous in America.
Yeah, especially those South American countries, man. I don't know if you guys have been out of South America, but they know how to do TV. I'm sure you've seen Spanish language news. They just put a girl in a bikini doing the weather.
Yes.
You know?
That's just a gigantic, juicy ass.
Yeah, they make no bones about it, like being completely about what she looks like.
Well, they know it sells, and also that's empowerment. You're empowering the women. Like,
different culture.
That is a true thing, and I'll say this about Latin America because I've been there a bunch. My father's from Dominican Republic. Women are very proud to be women.
Yes.
Like, they do not want to do the things that men are traditionally supposed to do.
Yeah.
They like that you would approach them at a bar. Whereas here it's like sexual assault if you hit on a girl at a bar.
Yeah.
They like that you take care of them. They want you to be manly. So it's a whole different, like, they don't subscribe to this, like, they believe everyone's equal under the eyes of the law, but everyone should be treated differently according to
you're different people.
their cultural norms.
Well, that's what I always tell Mitchell. I'm like, Mitchell, hey, you can talk to a woman, it's okay, but he still will shiver. Like if you're like, Mitch, go talk to him. Like, hi, well, I'm sorry, I'm a man. I apologize for my masculinity, but can I get your number, please? Like, can I go up there and get your number?
Well, I'm still trying to figure out what is a woman. That's
I can't wait for the sequel. What is a man?
I disagree because Mitchell actually talks to girls in person. Alex only exclusively talks to girls
All right,
on
let's get into
Tinder.
it. Who gets the most chicks? Let's back it up.
I would say Alex. I'm more
you.
relationship type. Sean, 100%. Sean.
If I was not taken right now, I would just wipe the floor with both.
No. Sean has the highest body count. So it's like there's like weird pockets of it.
So he does have the biggest cock. No. Yes. You guys all measured standing next to each other?
He's more efficient. He can get through women quicker.
Yes,
Okay.
but Alex is probably last to talk to a girl in person.
We've had this argument.
But
many
he
times.
doesn't drink. That's also the argument.
That is hard to do if you're
Yes.
like, where are you going to meet him at the fucking gym? No girl likes to be interrupted at the gym.
No.
That's the one place I've never hit on a woman because I feel like there's never a good time. Like, you got to get her earbuds out, you got to take your earbuds out. She's already wearing fucking spandex and feel like you're creeping on her.
Yeah.
Like, unless you're like going to a regular yoga class or like a spin class, like you're a regular,
Yeah.
you see her more than once.
Yeah.
Then I feel like you could break that ice. But just like walking through the, like, you know, she's on the squat rack, you're trying to fucking spot her, smelling her fucking cooch.
Yeah.
It's not going to work. you know?
I think right as soon as she's on the abductor machine and she's opened up, she's like, "Hey, what's your number? Can I get
Stick your face in.
Yeah.
The only acceptable way to approach a girl at the gym that I think is literally just take out
In
your
the shower.
phone.
No.
I think if you take out your phone and just have an empty contact card, just like that, show it to them if they want to put their number in. Cool. If not, otherwise that's the only.
Yeah,
I'm not talking to
stick
girls.
to picking up girls on the online.
Yeah, I told
Because
you.
that is not a good move.
Yeah.
Listen,
I'll wait till they're right in the middle of a deep squat, and then I ask them, "What is a woman?"
well, no, this is where they're stupid. They go, I only talk to girls online. Even if you just arrange the online meetup from a dating app or something, you still have to close the deal in person. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
No, it's fair.
Yeah, but
It's the ice breaking that is the difference.
Yeah, but I'm not going to go to a bar and be like, "Oh, what do you drink?" I don't drink, but like, yeah, go. You want another one? Like, it's weird.
Sounds like an excuse.
Climate.
Here's each of our strengths, right? I'm a fantastic wingman.
Okay.
Fantastic wingman. Okay.
Disagree.
We're split decision over here, but okay.
I've literally talked to two girls, brought one home I was like, "Hey, I'm a triplet. I have brothers," and I brought one home to Mitchell.
Just claim to fame. He did that one time.
Yeah.
No, I
And
helped you.
He's rested on the laurels of that.
That was a good one.
It was a good
was a
one. I'll
great
give him
one.
that.
Yeah.
She has
I mean,
huge tits.
it does say a lot. Like, you know, obviously you guys are, you know, even identical twins have some differences physically, but you guys look mostly the same. So it's definitely going to be a personality trait that's driving the woman's decision for the most part. Like, I can't imagine why, like, you know, Alex is better looking than Mitch. It's like, they both look the
Well, that's
fucking.
true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Typically,
it's the not drinking.
yeah. Typically, the longer they know Alex, the less they like him. The longer they know me, they like
That's how it goes with women with me.
Yeah,
I know how to get them. I don't know how to keep them.
Well, you
that's
and
fair.
me, we're both cocksmen.
Coxman?
We
That makes you sound gay, dude. back it up, bro.
Well,
He's used that term for like a month, and you're the only person.
I mean,
saying
I know what
that's
it means,
gonna
but I wouldn't use it.
Yeah, no, we
I can't tell if you'd be a really good wingman or a really bad one.
I'm good. I'm pretty. I got single. Fuck, I must have been. So I was like engaged to be married when I was 28, going on 29.
God.
Yeah, and I got out of that, and that was right. That was like Tinder, just burst onto the scene.
Oh,
but I spent the full year. I was like, I'm not using any of the online dating shits for a year. I'm gonna do it fucking old school, unlike Alex unlike Alex over here, where I go meet the chicks at a bar.
Yeah.
So I got really good at picking women up just like on the street like that, or not on the street.
What's your go-to line?
I go situational on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
But one I always use at a bar, or used to anyway. I'm fucking beyond that now. But like I used to, I'd see a girl like at a busy bar, and I'd walk by and I'd just be like, "Hey, you seem cool. I'll catch up with you later," and just keep walking.
That's a good one.
And then come back a half an hour later, like
Yep.
what the that's their mind do a little bit of legwork, and then it makes the real icebreaker a lot easier, right?
Yeah.
Because like you're already walking by, you're not stopping, so you just let it go and keep walking. It's like saying hi to somebody as you walk by.
Yeah.
Well, it's a positive interaction, and you let them fill in the blanks because every girl they fill in the blanks. Oh, he's nice, but
You're a man of
And
mystery.
you know this. I mean, if anybody knows, if with women, like if you always seem like you're halfway out the door, they're always going to be chasing you.
Yes.
It's like cats. Like you can have a little string, they just chase it. They don't even know what the fuck they're chasing.
Yeah.
That's what all human beings, men and women, like, what the fuck was that interaction? They want to find out more. So then you have them chasing you around a little bit.
Yeah. So you're
That's a
saying
good
women are animals.
Yeah. No, I'm saying women are temperamental house cats.
Yeah. Okay. I agree with that.
Like they want you to pet them on their terms, and if they don't like you, they're gonna fucking claw
Well,
you. and bite.
ironically, that's what they end up caring for most of the time.
Yeah.
They become cat women.
Exactly. Yeah. If they don't work out the relationship, they end up with a cat.
Yeah, that's 100% true. I could see that though. I am a situation as well, typically, but like I feel like what.
Thanksgiving
Say
dinner
it.
with you guys must be a real treat.
Say it,
Mitchell, go into your little balls.
Mitchell.
and say what you're gonna say.
Mitchell. Well, you do talk to Pete. He's not a great opener. Mitchell, even on
I'm a bad
Tinder,
opener.
asks
Opening's tough, man.
Mitchell asked us for lines on opening for Tinder.
Yeah.
And then even in person, if like I do it, then he could then he's good. He can settle in. But like he needs somebody to break.
It's harder than you think, man. Dude, just like going on stage, like the first joke I tell, I was like, what the fuck do I start with here? Like, how do I launch into my bullshit?
Yeah.
But like,
You don't
how
have
hard.
2 other people you go with?
No, unfortunately. No, but like, you know how bad it is too, because like if you've been on Bumble where the woman has to start, their opening lines are fucking hot garbage.
Hey.
Oh
yeah.
Terrible.
Or a gift.
Wave.
Terrible. Yeah, just one word response. It's like, that has to be a conversation for it to go back and forth.
Yeah. What's the matter with you? Use your fucking brain. Yeah, no, they don't. They do not like to do the icebreaker.
But that's
very
almost,
rarely.
That's almost why I appreciate the Latin, like what you were saying earlier, the Latin culture is more where it's like, okay, the guys are going to be the guys, the girls. There's no like weird middle ground.
They
where
don't
it's
feel
like,
bad about you being forward, saying, "Hey, I think you're really attractive. You want to go grab a drink?" That's not inappropriate to say in a Latin American country.
And they're also okay with saying no, fuck off.
Yeah. It's not an assault if they just tell you to buzz off.
Well, it's
it's
flattery.
Yeah.
And if it's not, it's like, oh, hey, I'm seeing somebody cool. And then it's like, oh, great, cool. We both get our answer. We give it closure. Let's move on with our lives.
Yeah, it's just much more productive. It's like instead of like wondering like, oh, should I say this? Are they going to be upset with me? What are my friends going to think? They don't give a shit about any of that. Yeah, it's like either I like the person or I don't.
Yeah, it is very nice. I've sung the praises of Brazilians on here for a long time because I hooked up with a Brazilian for a little bit. That was
How long did it take for him to come?
And she's still waiting on it.
So all right, so you're the best with the ladies now. You have the highest body count. Are you a relationship guy, Mitch?
You're more relationship guy, yeah.
he says that
You in a relationship now?
No. I'm,
You're looking?
on the market looking, yeah.
So you guys are all single now.
Yeah.
I'm seeing somebody.
no. Sean's seeing somebody.
All right,
But
so
me and
Mr. High Body
Mitch-
Count's got one.
me and Mitch, me and Mitch are some single rowdy boys.
Fucking despise Hinge.
it's terrible.
Is that the hot one now?
Hinge is by far the best app.
That's definitely the one that's like, I mean, with whatever Bumble, it's like the girl talks first. I'm like, I'm not gonna wait around for that.
Yeah.
And also, they have like, if you've ever seen a girl's dating profile,
Oh, it's
they have
bananas.
like 10,000 likes, and like they have to sift through all of them. And like a guy, it's like maybe you get one like.
Oh,
You're just
yeah.
literally firing off as many Hail Marys as you can.
Well, I've done that. I've taken a girl I was dating's, Tinder or Hinge profile, whatever profile it was, and
Grinder.
yeah, Grinder, dudes. No, but like if you open it up and just start swiping right, they're all matches.
Yes.
Every
Yeah.
single one is a match.
Yeah.
Whereas if you go into even the hottest guys, it'll be like 10 swipes before he gets one match.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, like guys are. It seems it's almost as if guys are more accepting than women.
yeah.
You know,
truly.
For all our toxic masculinity, it seems like we're the most open and kind of the bunch.
Yeah.
That we would consider having sex with nearly any girl.
That is 100% true.
You know, like we don't seem so exclusive.
We don't care if she's short. Or balding.
Or as a dick. I mean, whatever, dude.
Lives with her triplet brothers. Listen, at 2 a.m. when bar closes, who's there to provide?
I know, right? I got 2 more just like me at home. You got 2 friends. I got 2 more just like me at the crib.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I would say that men are definitely less shallow on the dating apps than women.
Oh, for sure. Well, I've said it 1,000 times. Guys will date an absolute fucking loser. She has to have nothing going for her other than being hot. Women, you got to have something going for you. It doesn't matter how cute you are. She's not going to like get into a long-term relationship with a fucking loser. You need to have a little passion about something, a career goal, a good friend group, money, good credit. Guys, we will date a broke, half fucking retarded woman as long as she's hot.
True.
You know, like that is the only criteria. That's
And
why you see a
honestly-
bunch of rich guys getting taken to the cleaners by their hot wife. You think Jeff Bezos is a good looking guy? No. No, he's the fucking king of online, consumption. Of course women are gonna date him.
Yeah. And also, like, they might not even have to be that hot.
No, they have to be available. Availability is 9/10 of it, really.
Cute, and then maybe like one good feature. Like,
One
they got
spectacular.
whatever. They got a snaggle tooth, but they got a fat ass.
Yes.
You know
yes.
what I mean?
If you're an ugly Midwestern girl that has gigantic tits,
Yeah.
sold. Whatever. If you have cartoonishly large tits, I'm gonna do it.
So you're a boob guy?
I'm a both guy. I like boobs and butt.
Dicks. I'm sorry.
Thanks for the I needed to clarify that. Boobs, balls, butts.
Whatever.
But yeah, no. Either way, even if it's just cartoonish, like if you have an ass that is like that big, like
It's something you can work with.
I want to see it.
Pixar mom ass.
Even for us, it's like if you're a girl that's tall, like we're like at a point where like if you're 5'10" or 6 foot, like done. I don't care what your face looks like. I just want the height.
Oh, really? You're into the height?
Oh, dude,
Just
okay,
for
the
the
novelty.
As a short guy, if you can conquer someone taller
You see,
than you,
that's a smart move because I used to. I got so good at picking up girls at one point that my buddies who were younger than me, these guys that used to work for me, I'd take them out. We go to after work drinks. I used to work in finance. We go across the way to the bar, and their buddies would come and meet up with us, and they would try and get me to help them with their dating, dating advice and shit like that. And one of their buddies was a short guy, probably 5'5", 5'6".
That's average. Some would say that's average height.
Yeah, well, yeah, in fucking China.
You didn't hear were the Beijing triplets?
Yeah. I know. To be fair, they are most of the people's of the world's population. So you are. The median is 5'5", correct? But we were at this bar. It was like 4 or 5 of us and like a gaggle of girls. And there was this one really tall, beautiful girl. I was like, oh man, she's so hot. She's like, but she's too tall for me. She was like 5'11". Yeah. She was taller than me. I'm like, what? It's like, dude, that's a perfect opening.
Yeah.
He's like, what do you mean? He's like, just go up to her, and I swear to God, just say this to her. He's like, I've had sex with girls way taller than you.
That's hilarious.
And because either she's gonna laugh,
yeah,
right? Then she knows she has a sense of humor.
Yeah.
She's gonna take you seriously and not tell you to fuck off, which means she's intrigued. Yeah. Or she tells you to fuck off, and then you're not gonna waste your time because she doesn't have a sense of humor, and she's not interested.
Yeah.
It was like that's a perfect fucking in.
Oh yeah.
And sure enough, he used it and he hooked up with her that night.
Hell yeah. One for the short.
Yeah, because he's a likable guy. It's like if you get over that hurdle, because think about it, 6 foot tall girl. Most of the guys that hit on her are going to be shorter than her.
Yeah.
So.
And most of them are insecure.
And that's the thing. And most of them won't do it because they're insecure.
Yeah.
So if you're a short guy with a big presence, that draws them in, baby. It's an easy in.
It's always great when a short king can hook up with a tall girl. It's like when a bunch of activists take down a statue of Christopher Columbus. You kind of wrap it up and pull it down. That's what that's like.
It's like Gulliver's Travels.
Yes, exactly. That's exactly what it's like if a short king can I got her and pull her down to our level, baby.
Yeah, they're all the same size on their back.
Exactly. Exactly.
I've actually heard there was some TikTok I saw that there was a couple of women that were like, I don't know what it is lately, but I've been going for short guys, and it's like, well, yeah, because tall guys have so much more options. They can do whatever.
Women
the fuck
also don't even know what short is.
Yes.
Women don't know what they want until you put it in front of their face.
Yes,
it's that simple. Like, I want a guy who's 6'5". It's like, well, that's less than 1% of the population. Good luck.
Yes.
You're not going to get it. But then you fall in love with a guy after you actually meet him, and he's normal height, 5'10" or whatever, 5'7", whatever you guys are. And all the other qualities make you just forget about his height. Like, they say they want all these things, but they don't really know.
Yeah.
How you know is just ask them what they want for dinner. I don't know. Oh, you don't know what you want for fucking dinner, but you do know what you want in a man. All right, sweetie.
Yeah.
One of them's eminently easier to fix. The other one's a much bigger fucking problem. You tell me the small problem you can't handle, but the big one you got locked down, fuck off.
Girls don't care about height, and this is coming from a guy that lies all the time about his height on a dating app.
How tall do you say you are?
5'8".
How tall are you actually? 5'6"?
5'5".
Okay, you had 3?
Yeah. So all you have to do.
2. I'm 5'7", 5'4".
All you have to do is get close enough to the number where you can probably pass on the date, and then after that you're good.
Yeah.
Like it's just their initial swipe in or whatever it is.
Men lie about height the way women lie about their weight.
Yes.
On dating apps, which is say they don't put their weight on a dating app because obviously that's toxic masculinity if you ask a woman her weight.
Sure.
But they take that very forgiving fucking angle from way up top, like a satellite photo. It's like, wait a minute, you don't look like that. She shows up 30 pounds heavier. It's like, all right, I lied about 2 inches. You lied about 4 dress sizes, sweetheart. Like, this is a little bit different.
We call that the iceberg technique.
Well,
you see the iceberg, you see the top 20%. And then below the surface, you see a lot of mass hidden. The other 90.
I like that. And to be fair, too, to men, I feel like men get the short end of the stick on the height thing because it's not something you can change. Just like your race or your ethnicity or your sexuality, like you're born and your height is going to be what it's going to be. It's like that's not like you can work out more and you'll get taller.
Yeah.
But women, if a woman's overweight, she certainly can do something about it.
Well, that's what I always tell them.
You don't have to, man. There's chubby chicks. That's the other thing too. But
there's guys that will go
that's
for
the beauty of
chubby
the internet,
chicks.
man. Any kink, everyone's somebody's kink. Whatever you're into, whatever sick, depraved shit you're into, there's a whole community on Reddit. Talking about this right now.
Oh, for sure. And also, I've said it before. Chubby girls are fun,
dude. Dude, you know the best is if you get a girl who used to be chubby,
Yes.
and took it off, because then she had like if she was a real, the ugly duckling in middle school or whatever. That's the kind of girl. Girls or guys, I feel like if you're the hot shit in high school, you tend to turn out to be a real jerk off in like the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Because you're kind of stuck in like I was the man idea. Or I was king, the homecoming queen. But if you had to like overcome any sort of obstacle, in your formative years, just makes you a better person.
Yeah.
And chicks like that, like, a girl who's hot now, but she like, lost a bunch of weight. She's still got that personality and that same insecurity that makes her want to be liked, personality-wise, that she had before she got hot.
And she put more effort in bed.
Yeah.
lot
Well,
of
that's the
hot
other thing too.
girls
That's the
are
other thing too.
lazy.
That's the other thing too. Yeah, girls that work out to stay hot, they got to earn it. They got to keep earning it every day.
Yeah.
Hot chicks who just like, fucking, they're doing coke and drinking every night of the weekend. It's like, dude, by the time she's 33, she's gonna look like a fucking crack whore. Yeah, she's gonna be blown out. Enough guys are gonna run through her and enough fucking, snow's gonna open her nose. She's gonna look like a goddamn meth head in her mid 40s.
And there's people that like that too.
Yes, there are.
There's
They're called
people that like
addicts.
it. Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say for us, if at any point we wanted to like just denigrate into like doing foursomes, like we've had so many.
I was gonna say you guys
Old
must have been
women.
propositioned.
Oh,
And old women are, dude. You guys have been on the
And
road. Women
gay
are
men.
old, gay men, dude. Gay. Well, let me stick with old women.
Okay, yeah.
Women for older women. You guys have been on the road before, Tori. That's why I met you guys out in
Yes.
Arizona, actually.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like in the middle of this country, these divorcees, man, they get real fuck. They Me Too the fuck out of dudes.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they make no bones about it. I mean, they're like, what do I got to do to get you home? It's like, tranquilize me because it's not going to happen. You shouldn't have told me. You should have just drugged me because there's no other way I'm going.
Yeah.
But they get a good idea.
No, I gotta see if I save that.
He's like,
message.
got to get the more roofies.
Horse tranquilizers.
No, I deleted it.
No,
I
but
had
like,
a great Midwestern message.
nice. But you guys must get that shit all the time. Like,
All the time.
Some divorcee, she's getting out of her 15-year marriage, 20-year marriage. She's like, you know what? These three guys are cute. They're all brothers. Why don't they all come home and fuck me?
Yeah, the old women can finally like when you're younger. I guess as a woman you have to like have your guard up all the time, But once you're older, like that shit goes out the window, and they're just like, I just want what I want.
Yes, exactly.
And they
exactly.
get-
Have you guys ever followed through on it?
No.
No, I went on a date with a cougar a couple weeks ago.
No, but I'm saying you guys never triple team. Or
No,
quadruple
no.
team. I guess it'd be triple teamed, right?
We would do it for like if
well, I guess there's enough of you. It's a gangbang.
Yeah.
Yes.
it's a train. It's an airtight.
Yeah, it's more of it.
Yeah. The cabin doors are being locked.
All right, there's the question of the episode.
Yes.
Who gets what hole? And I'm going to post this on my goddamn Instagram page.
The
I will take the mouth.
Wait, who says you get to pick first?
Rock, paper,
that's the
scissors.
thing.
I was firstborn. I get first.
Oh, yeah, tell me.
I get first choice.
It goes reverse order. The last one goes first.
No,
we do an eeny, meeny, miny, mo, and then we figure out which
All right,
one.
well, he's a mouth guy. Where are you going?
That's tough. I mean, historically, I have not been a butt guy, like anal.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take the vag if I got the option.
Well, you're stuck with the caboose, buddy.
That's fine. I'm an ass guy.
I
will say,
Sean slotted right in perfectly.
I wouldn't
I'll
want.
get right between those cheeks.
Yeah, I wouldn't,
the only
I wouldn't
downside
want I wouldn't want the teeth in a train or a gangbang because I feel like she's gonna be like the jaw's gonna be moving.
Oh, you guys.
I-
That's a compliment to
I
your
will-
brothers. They're
I
giving it
will-
so good, she's going to bite down.
I will risk
Round of
that.
applause for the brothers.
Well,
here.
more so myself.
I will risk that over having to be right next to my brother's dick.
Now there is
on the other end.
there is.
Well, I mean, you
the-
guys shared a womb. What's sharing holes?
Yeah.
Well,
You guys go all in the same hole, right?
I
think it's incest.
I can invert my dick. I'm like an aardvark.
Yeah, I will say that is the only downside about is like there is a very tight space that we're looped into right there.
Yeah,
At
you're all
least-
kinda
at least
looking
the
eye
mouth,
to eye. Yeah,
Mouth,
he's
to
got a
get,
little
mouth to
breathing
get your
room.
own side.
You could do one. You're laying down. She's on top, bent, like laying on top of you.
not.
I go standing.
then
and then
Alex-
Alex is like on the headboard.
Yeah.
But then whoever's laying on their back is looking at
I
Alex's
get
balls.
Alex's balls in my face. Well, the vagina might be the worst
Hey, you
option here.
picked.
Yeah, the vagina might be the least.
You picked.
It might be the best feeling, but the worst.
There might be a way to do it.
Alex, cough.
Ideally, I mean, I don't think it's ever going to happen.
Well, yeah,
knows?
I think it's up to you guys. I'm sure there are girls out there to be more. Than
Oh, there's
yeah,
plenty of willing.
there's-
We'll never do it. Though.
We could make a lot of money doing it if we wanted.
That's what I'm saying. You guys should get on the OnlyFans bread, son.
Nah.
we could.
We could, man. There's a lot of gay,
Can't sell our
homosexual
souls.
gentlemen that have really asked for it.
I've seen female twins, and it's a little weird because they'll sometimes they'll pay them extra and they'll make out and touch each other's You know,
Yeah, that's weird.
and I'm like, that's your sister's. Like that's fucking strange.
Yeah. Girls,
I don't even want to see that. Like
Yeah.
sexually, like the two hot girls who look like each other.
Yeah.
I know they're sisters. I don't want them going down.
Yeah.
Like just get me another hot girl who's not related to her. Like,
Yeah, exactly. It's weird because that's all you think
bizarre.
about is like, oh, what happened to you growing up where you're doing this? That's what I would think about if that happens.
You guys
I
are just
go,
standing side by side.
Yeah.
Midgets in the middle, cross country skiing. Both.
Have you ever partaked?
Nah, man. I'm not into group sex. I like it's. And look, I'm not a prude by any means, but it's just too much going on, and I don't like fucking people hovering around. Like, dude, I have a problem doing fucking shows in the round because I don't like the audience behind me because I don't know what's going on back there.
That's some like Italian mobster
Yeah,
shit. You got to sit against the wall in the
it's like a
restaurant.
New York thing. I don't like anybody behind me. So the idea that like somebody else is going to be milling around the room, it's like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Threesomes. I've had a couple, in my youth, and three, like with two chicks. And I feel like that's also
Glad you clarified.
Yeah, I mean two other dudes. Yeah. I just feel like it's too much. It's too distracting.
It's a lot.
And the fact of the matter is, at least in my experience, I'm sure there some guys out there who can pull 2 10s. There's always one you like more, a little bit more than the other.
Of course.
Yeah. So I've come to the conclusion that in a threesome situation, I'd rather direct the two girls hooking up, and then at the end I take the one I want and scoot off.
That's
Because I just don't like the if someone's left out or there's always a weird
Have
dynamic.
her warm
It's
up.
never like in the movies. You know?
Have her warm up the good one, and then
Yeah, I don't like walk in, they're already going down on each other. I got to talk them into this. So it's not like it is in a porn flick,
Yeah, ideal threesome. It's like you have the one that's your main that you like really want to get with, and then the other one's kind of a roamer. She's just like adding pleasure, like whatever. She'll lick your balls while you're doing that, and then
I might consider that if I was dating a gal and she's like, yeah, I'd be into a threesome. Just get this, and I probably wouldn't even try to find like a fucking layperson. I'd just go straight and get a prostitute somewhere, and be like, hey, this is what we're looking for.
Yeah.
Just so the rules are like, cause what you don't want is that third party like starting to DM your girlfriend when you're not around.
Yeah.
Or DM you when she's not around. You don't want that.
You don't want the side piece to be a problem.
Yeah, you almost you want a professional in there doing what professionals do.
I think if you have a good thruple, like now it's I think a lot easier to have like a good thruple.
See, you guys have been in LA too long with this thruple shit.
I was about to say, I'm like,
my only reason for saying that is because group chats are so easy now, where you could always be in contact if there was any you could always be like, oh hey, and then you can kind of make it fun, like you make a group chat fun, where it's like you send memes and whatever shit.
Yeah, but it's hard enough to get a girl to like you, let alone
Not
a
for me,
girl
no.
to get to like us.
Well, I feel like they'd gang up on me because I just fucking disappoint them both. Not just sexually, just in my actual personality and behavior. Like they'd be upset with have two people angry at me at once is worse than one.
Yeah. I do think it's wild that you've been in LA too long when when they have to specify that they want monogamy in their
set that up
profile.
again.
It's such. It's. I feel like they're the thruple and I'm poly. It's all a bunch of bullshit. It's like, dude, just be like. Instead of being I'm polyamorous, I have multiple lovers. Like you're just single and you didn't pick one that you're exclusive with.
Yeah.
That's why I say like anyone who says they're polyamorous, in my mind, they're just single and don't want to admit it. It's like you're just single. You just want to sleep around with people and don't want to commit to any one of them. I get that. That's called being single.
Yeah. I always equate like when you start getting into more of those like terms like that, then I equate it to like when you go to TJ Fridays and they like try to spruce up one of their appetizers when they're like, you're getting potato skins. And then they say, no, these are artisan Idaho potato.
Baked potatoes.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, no, you just want, I just want what
tater
it
skins,
is. Like,
bud.
say what it is. Say you like,
Get them out here.
Like
There's bacon bits on them. Get them the fuck out of here.
you want to hook up with multiple people.
Yeah,
like that's
exactly.
that's fine.
It's
That's
totally,
the same shit.
You're allowed to do any of that, but don't couch it in front of a word that makes you seem. Yeah, it's like calling a fucking garbage man a sanitation worker. It's like, dude, it's the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
We know what you're doing here.
Yeah.
You're trying to fuck around. I get it.
Well, we used to work in sanitation, so we respect sanitation work.
We do actually.
You did, huh?
Oh, yeah.
You guys were garbage men? Where?
Yeah.
For our dad.
We
My
do a
dad
lot
runs
of-
a construction company, and we
Oh, now the version. Are you guys from New Jersey too?
we're
No,
from here.
God, nowhere from here.
We were born just outside. Grew up just outside of LA.
And
so
he has-
Simi Valley is. where
Okay, and he has a karting business up there. I don't know the mob was up there.
he has a contracting business. So
It's almost certainly at some point there was mob ties involved in our family.
Allegedly.
There's
Allegedly.
too many
Sean-
things
Sean the
that
fucking
don't
rat.
allegedly.
Yeah, my
There's-
dad hasn't paid taxes since the 1980s. Yeah.
That's why I said almost.
taxation is theft. That is a very.
There's a lot of
However somebody makes their living, we don't question.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a lot of vague stories that we've heard growing up that are not They add up, but it's like, okay.
I feel like crime was just more prevalent back in the day. I feel like everyone was fucking around.
Yeah, of course.
I don't think we have mob.
trails.
I don't think we have mob ties because our great grandpa fled fled Sicily because he killed a mobster.
Oh, well,
So that's-
you know who kills mobsters? Other mobsters.
That's true.
No one has the balls to kill a mobster unless they're a mobster themselves.
Well,
It was an innocent, and it was an
It's
innocent.
an accidental killing with,
Yes.
with a hatchet.
It was a shotgun.
As the story goes, he was defending the olive farm, and the mob tried to shake him down, and he shot the mobster.
Yeah, my dad gave me a bullshit line of story like that one time too. In 70, must have been 77. I guess he met my mom in 77 or 78. He right around the time he met my mother, he got shot with a shotgun through his legs.
Your dad?
Jesus.
Yeah. So my dad's from the Dominican Republic. He's an immigrant. He came here when he was like 14.
Oh, I get it.
He met my mom when he was 19 or 20. You know where this is going. So his story that he gave us was like, oh, a friend of mine was in a bodega in Queens and fucking around with the shotgun behind the counter. It went off.
Yeah.
Now, if you've ever lived in New York, you know that the bodegas are drug fronts.
Yeah.
So, and his buddy's playing with a shotgun in a drug front. I'm like, all right, Dad, it's a drug deal gone wrong. But the story was it was an accident. My accident.
Yeah.
How do you accidentally shoot somebody with a shotgun?
Yeah, exactly. Through both legs.
Yeah, I was twirling it with like a baton, and it went
Does
off.
he still have his leg?
Yeah, there's a bullet in one of his legs. There's shrapnel still in one of his legs. Like
Oh my
bullet
God.
fragments.
Hey, he's lucky he's still got both his legs. That's
Yeah, I mean, there's pretty significant scarring, but they're both on there.
Hey, as long as they're on there and he can use them, but God.
Well, thankfully,
damn.
it went through the counter. So
Oh, that is nice.
Jesus. Yeah, that
Yeah, that doesn't accidentally happen.
Yeah, it doesn't
An
actually
accidental
happen.
shot through the counter. Come on.
You feel
something to hold
like
up.
now, like you're old enough to you feel like he'd be able to tell you the truth, or is he not at that stage of his life?
well, I've stopped talking to him years ago for very different reasons.
Fair enough.
But that's the kind of your parents always lie about. Like your parents aren't going to tell you how much coke they did in the '80s.
Sure.
I'm
Yeah.
sure they did because they were alive in the '80s. But they're not going to tell you.
Yeah.
It's one of those things like we just let sleeping dogs lie. Like you don't know your mother's number. Like how many dudes she hooked up. Like there's things
Her
you don't.
phone number?
There's things you don't need to know about your mom. Like
It's
or your
one.
dad.
She's been with one person.
He's laughing.
no one's ever phrased it that way.
There's certain things you don't need to know.
I've never thought of it until now, and now I don't want to think about
Yeah,
it.
it's like,
Well, that'll be a fun Thanksgiving conversation.
Mom, our friend was telling
we had
us.
a podcast guest on. He said, how many guys your mom sleep with? So, Mom.
Yeah. Mom's gonna be on the Guys I Fucked podcast. Have you been able to sleep with any girls from like Tinder or any of that, or not Tinder? Excuse me. From Twitter.
Restate it.
Yeah, so
Hold on, restate it.
Thank you. Have you been able to sleep from any girls from? Fucking Christ! I keep
When
calling-
in English, please, Jesus.
You've got a good Twitter following. Have you been able to sleep with any girls from Twitter?
Yes. Well, here's the secret. So my Twitter following isn't that great. I just make those posts to post on Instagram.
Smart.
So
Interesting. Yeah.
So a long time ago, a meme account liked my jokes, and he's like, "Hey, I want to repost them, but there's too much shit going on. You can just post it on Twitter and then send me that." I was like, "Oh, okay, that's like their natural format." So I use that. But yes, I have hooked up with girls from my social media. It's probably the best dating app out there, to be honest with you.
Oh yeah.
They already like you, right?
Well, yes, they have a similar sense of humor because they found my page and they enjoy it.
Yes.
Right. I like them because they're not turned off by my sense of humor.
Yeah.
Right. So that already helps. And also, you have more pictures of yourself and other
Yeah.
people post on tagged photos, so you get a real sense of what they look like. If you go on a fucking dating app, it's I don't want to call it lying. I'll say what women call it: curating.
Yeah.
They curate their dating app. So they look a certain way and they seem a certain way, and then you meet them in real life, and then they don't look like that and they don't act like that. There's nothing.
Yeah.
There's no,
Bitch
there's no
be
like-
using Facetune.
Yeah, and look, we all curate our Instagrams and social media a little bit, but not as much as your online dating app. And you can certainly go to their tagged page. That's how you really see what a girl looks like.
Yeah.
That's why you know a girl's fronting if she has a bunch of pictures of herself and she looks good, and then you go to her tagged Instagram page and there's nothing.
Looks like a
it's
guy.
like, all right, wait a minute, there's something. She's hiding something.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, the nice thing about Instagram is I only have about 13, 14 pictures over like 12 years of having an Instagram.
You just keep posting them too.
Yeah. But my individual Instagram has like 2,500 followers. So if I give girls my Instagram, I'm like, there's not a lot of pictures, but they'll look at it and go, oh, he doesn't have a lot of pictures, but he's got a lot of followers.
Yeah.
From this, so they're like, the fact
That is
you even
another
have
thing too.
followers-
The following is of like a validation thing, which is ridiculous. Like
so good. Oh, yeah.
again, another ridiculous thing. Like, you know how many fucking bot accounts there are out there with 100,000
Million of them.
followers? Yeah, you could buy followers, but somehow women think like, oh, he must be somebody. Look who's following. Look, people are following him. It's like,
Yeah.
who gives a fuck.
But that's like a form of status, I guess.
It is. That's what I forget. I was talking to her about it recently. Mike Turner. We were talking about
Mike.
Yeah, shout out Mike Turner. We're trying to get that blue check mark.
Oh yeah,
because that's how you get the upper echelon chicks.
That's the next
You're
level.
like, oh, he must be somebody, which is again another farce because like any local fucking TV newscaster can get a blue check mark
immediately.
True.
Yeah,
But it
as
also
long as you're
looks-
on TV or have like 2 print articles about you in reputable sources, they
Which
will
is
give
You would think.
Which is dumb as fuck.
You would think.
We've been on.
We have an episode named after us on Netflix. How dare
been
you
on
guys?
fucking 4 national television shows.
really. You gotta
Netflix.
call your representation; they can get that fucking taken care of for you.
You would think. No, you said the blue check marks. Are you getting Twitter Blue?
No, I'm not going to pay for that.
Why not?
Because I don't give a shit. I mean, like,
You just wanted the blue check mark.
yeah, well, for Instagram where you can't buy it. That's the thing about it. It's a status symbol if you can't just pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
Like if every asshole can buy a Ferrari, then it's not a Ferrari anymore.
True.
You know, like
That's fair.
There has to be some scarcity value to it. Plus, like I said, I don't care that much on Twitter, and I feel like Twitter's. I don't know. It's definitely the darkest of all the social media apps.
Yeah.
For sure.
Oh, it's
I feel
the
like
most polarizing.
Yeah,
for
I
sure.
feel like mostly negativity comes out of Twitter.
Yeah.
Whereas Instagram's like pictures and TikToks, it's fucking even more mundane than that.
I'll say Instagram's now just a resume, pretty much.
Yeah, well, Instagram I feel like is the one that's going to last. Like it seems to be.
No.
I think you're very wrong.
YouTube.
Really?
YouTube.
I think. Well, YouTube's obviously number one. YouTube Shorts, right?
No, I'm talking about social media apps. No one's going on.
But-
no one's like has friends.
Oh,
on
you're
YouTube.
talking about like
Agreed.
I think
okay.
messaging Instagram's the best.
messaging on Instagram is the best, but I think YouTube and Shorts is going to take away, is already taking away from Instagram.
I gotta
TikTok
stop
took away
posting
from.
my videos on Shorts. Good call. Good
Oh,
call.
my
you
God.
do. Well,
You
well,
haven't?
No.
Well,
we'll
we'll
talk
talk,
about
we'll
that
talk
after
after
that.
this. TikTok is up there. I think Instagram of the social media is going to die.
Really?
And I believe in Elon Musk. I think Twitter is going to eventually take over.
Wow.
Under TikTok.
That's the first I've heard that. See, 'cause I always think of Instagram as Instagram's kind of like
Well, we are heavily unsuccessful, so that
that's probably why I don't like it.
Yes.
And I'm good on it, but I feel like Instagram seems to be like the repository of all of your social media. Like, you know, you have to have Facebook to get on Instagram, and Facebook allows you to get into a ton of other apps. Like you log in through that.
They're doing great right now.
Right. Facebook's obviously dying, but Instagram's pictures, it adds in Reels, which TikTok already has. TikTok is just fucking Vine, Periscope, Snapchat again.
Yeah.
You know,
it's strictly just entertainment. You can't like it's not. There's like no interaction on.
There's no back
it's a
and
time
forth in
killer.
it.
Here's why I think Twitter is going to take over all of them.
But I think that the reason why Twitter won't, because Twitter has all that ground to catch up. Like it would be a lot easier for TikTok to do what Twitter does than for Twitter to do what Instagram and TikTok and Facebook.
But here's why I think Twitter's going to take over. Twitter already has the convenience of, hey, if I would just want to go on and look at a couple people, like you could go on Twitter and just scroll through a little bit of the people you like, and you're good. It's the same thing as Instagram. You're following people.
Yeah.
You're doing what you want to do. Now, Elon Musk is committing to making Twitter a video platform. That's his goal. He wants to make Twitter
into TikTok, essentially.
He wants to make it more like YouTube. Where, hey, you can have your shorts, you can have content creators, you can have long form videos, all from these creators, all in your one spot. So you have the short form where it's like, hey, here's dumb little jokes. But then you're also getting TikToks, you're getting the reels, you're getting everything you want, and they have pictures.
like a hybrid of YouTube and Instagram.
Okay.
And then I think the reason I really think he's going to take over is because Elon's going to pay 10% more to creators than YouTube does.
Okay.
So that's his big thing is Elon's like, hey, I'm charging $8 now for Twitter Blue to get paid subscribers. And if you're a paid subscriber, you're going to get prioritized on comments. You're going to get prioritized on content.
he
Well,
essentially
when he does all that, then I'll pay the $8. But right now, for me to launch my dick jokes into the ether, I don't think I need $8 a month to do that.
Fair enough. But I do think if you get in early and can start riding that wave, which we're going to try to do, I do think there's a lot of money to be made because he's going to. He knows that money talks. It's like Facebook. Early in the year, Facebook's like, hey, we don't have a Reels, but we're going to pay everybody out the dick to make Reels for us. And we cleaned up. I know a bunch of people that cleaned up money on it.
I kept getting demonetized. Well, all my every one of my clips was just flying right in the face of the rules.
You have
It's like,
to.
you can't talk about that. I'm like, what? She's talking about buying a dildo. Like, you can't talk about that.
Yeah.
Like, oh, God
But
damn.
you're a guy.
You're a white guy.
No, I was a woman on my podcast. She was talking about it. That was well, I got in trouble with Instagram plenty of times before because people report me all the time. But my jokes get a little edgy. If you guys want to follow me at Randy Valerio,
Don't follow him.
Don't follow him. But they started monetizing the reels, and I get you get 30 days to monetize them.
Yeah.
I get about maybe 8 to 10 days in, and then something I'll post catches it and demonetize.
they're getting stricter now.
Yeah,
like
really, they're really tight.
even some of the bigger podcasts, I've seen them bleep out like fuck and
They're
shit.
bleeping out like ass.
Yeah, well,
It's
I believe in
stupid.
all our because when you put captions on Instagram, it already bleeps all that shit out.
Yeah.
But even the topic of conversation.
Oh, yeah.
Like if it's
Interesting.
political in nature, they're like, oh, we don't demonetize it, but we bump it down the thread. So like, so if I'm talking about something topical, it's got to be like very fucking mundane.
It's stupid.
Yeah.
Also, another reason why I think Twitter's going to take over.
Well, that's a big driver. Yeah,
think-
if I can, because nothing I say is going to get in trouble on Twitter.
Yeah.
Which is why if Instagram had Twitter's rules, I'd be a social media god.
Well, but that's the thing.
Unfortunately, they don't.
I think Twitter at least is going to allow people to be like, hey, you can say sex and talk about fucking and have those conversations where even if you're joking, like, okay, you can have those conversations. Now on Instagram, if you say sex, they'll demonetize the whole thing just because you said sex or you're talking about it.
Dude, I had one demonetized. I had Liz Glazer on a couple months ago. She was talking about, she had she and her wife were trying for a kid, artificial insemination. They got pregnant, and the baby was stillborn, and that got fucking flagged.
Really?
I'm like, oh, it's too sad. I'm like, what? What we can't like. That's life. I mean,
Yeah,
what do you want me to say? Like,
Clip was dead on arrival.
yeah, exactly. Jesus Christ. That's good. That's good.
I'm sure she'll appreciate that.
Well,
You don't have to cut this clip.
No, it's how you cope. Jokes.
Well, she did a whole special on it. So
Oh, really?
yeah,
Got it.
but that
She
got
made
like
much
flagged.
more jokes than you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
She got paid for it.
yeah.
That's crazy though. That it's like, okay, some private companies determining what people can talk about and post. That I don't like.
Yeah.
It should be free range. Maybe
Well,
like
but that's
within
the
the
thing
law.
about Twitter. Everyone's like, "Oh, Elon Musk is going to bring back free speech," and I'm like, "That's not how free speech works. If a man gives it to you, then it is not free speech. It is his determination of what free speech is.
Yeah.
Here's what I
Free speech is anything. Like he's completely removed from screening what you post.
I agree with that, but I think he's at least going to be. I think he's more of all the people, of all the CEOs, of all the apps. I think he's the most committed to. Okay, you know what? We can make this more fun. As long as you're not talking about like crazy whatever. I think if he's like, hey, this is a clip about sex. Hey, you know what? You're an adult. If you want to watch that clip, fine. As long as it's not like, hey, I'm gonna go, do some Epstein shit. Different story. But
Speaking of demonetized, we just got pulled right there.
But I'm saying, like, I think of all the CEOs and all the apps, I trust him the most to be like, you know what? At least he can maybe give it more of an opportunity where he's not censoring as much stuff. He's not,
Yeah, I mean, look, he
demonetizing for saying fuck.
yeah, and I think he has to because obviously the biggest accounts on there, fucking Kanye and Trump.
Yeah.
Banned. He's losing a reason for people to come on.
Yeah. Well, they're on.
I mean, say what you want about Donald Trump. People want to see what he's going to say next. That's why there's so many people follow him.
Same with Elon too.
There's an account that has all of just old Donald Trump tweets that just occasionally retweets them, and they're the funniest fucking.
Nice, dude.
Oh my god.
Nice.
Also, did you see Ye's most recent tweet?
It's yay, Al.
Yay? Did you see
Kanye.
Ye's? Did you see Ye's most recent tweet?
What was it? The Shalom.
He literally just said shalom with a smiley face. I'm like, that's hilarious.
I don't. It's so weird that people are like, "Oh, he's a free thinker." It's like, yeah, but his free thoughts are anti-Semitic. like he's allowed to be a free thinker, but I could also call him an asshole.
Well, Mitchell said for a while that he stood with Kanye.
That's not true.
Well, he's been saying.
I love his music.
I can't believe anyone even begins to take him seriously anymore. Anyway, I mean, it's how many years ago was it that he was talking about black people chose to be slaves? And
I don't
It was
know.
like 5 years ago.
Well,
All right, whatever he says. Like, is anyone listening anymore?
You're essentially just picking your troll. Like
Yeah.
that's what it is now. Like the biggest names are all trolls.
Yes.
And you have to decide which troll you want.
Yeah.
Like I think that's why Trump won is because they wanted he was the chosen troll. I
Yes.
think that's why he won in 2016.
Exactly.
He was the troll that everybody wanted.
Exactly.
And now it's like you just got to pick which one you want.
Mitchell was going to say he won in 2020 as well. He's a big denier.
He too was at the January 6th rally. I don't know. I think Elon's gonna fucking. He's got to make sure he doesn't lose money before he turns it around over there.
I think Elon's going to have no problem with
Well,
it.
at least the $8 a month is a cash flow.
That's
Because
what I'm
right
saying.
now,
He
I guess
needs-
advertisers are fleeing from every platform.
Yes.
Pretty much. So,
Yeah, because I mean, advertising down across the board. He overpaid for it, so he closed on the price that he issued 6 months before the market collapsed.
Yeah.
So the fucking premium, it was like a 20% premium. Then it was like 60% by the time it closed.
But I think he's okay with that because I think he has a much bigger. I sent him a video earlier today of him talking about it. I think he's got a much bigger idea with it where he's trying to morph it into a YouTube or something where advertisers have to advertise. Something like Instagram. Instagram is now taken over by TikTok. So our buddy told us in 2020, advertisers had 100% of their budget to Instagram, advertising budget.
70%.
70% of their advertising budget to Instagram. Now, 2022, 2021, zero. No one is spending money to advertise on Instagram because TikTok's way better. Everybody's on TikTok. Instagram, you can spend maybe 5-10 minutes. You scroll through your feed, whatever.
I don't know. It's so
TikTok,
funny about
you're
TikTok.
stuck for hours.
I mean, it's so funny about TikTok because I feel like the TikTok follower is like I feel like 1,000 TikTok followers is worth about one Instagram follower.
I would agree.
In terms of turning up at a fucking show. You know,
100%.
Or buying something, buying your merch.
Actually, no, with the lives and everything, we've had a good amount of people on TikTok come out to our shows.
Yep.
Okay.
We put in a good amount of effort, though, with it.
Okay. Yeah. See, the only reason I have a TikTok, I'm just not on it because I'm not using it because I haven't figured out like what my thing is on it. Like I found my little corner of the fucking internet to fuck around on Instagram. I don't know
great.
what I would do.
Keep
I
hitting
don't know what I would do on TikTok yet. But as far as
Well,
Elon's
ideally
effect-
comedy. You're a comedian,
yes,
aren't you?
yeah. But I'm saying, but what form will it take? Like I don't want to just be
Stand
posting.
up?
Yeah, but I don't want to be posting fucking stupid crowd work bits like every other comic. I feel like I want something a little bit.
Yeah, they're successful.
Every other
Why would you follow
successful
that model?
comic. That's stupid.
You don't want people
what
to
about-
see what you
there's
do on
first mover,
stage?
I'm saying there's first mover's advantage. I mean, like
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Like if I'm getting into now, it's like now I'm just there's 1,000 other guys doing it. It's like what would
Twitter
I-
blue, baby.
Twitter blue. That might be the move.
Let's
First
go
mover.
blue, baby.
But like, what about you don't post podcast clips or anything on there?
That's I'm gonna talk to you guys about the shorts. That's what
Okay.
that's one of the things I think I'm gonna put on TikTok because I have now almost 8 months of
Oh, dude, the hardest thing is
I
like,
have almost 8 months of
okay.
I have almost 8 months of like videos, quality videos from using the studio.
That's great.
For the podcast. So I could post all those. But I'm trying to think like what
You literally, so for us when we started doing, like we have our main page which like got a bunch. We got in on our Floor is Lava thing, so we got a big following there. But anytime we posted any comedy, it would get destroyed. They would pull it, whatever. Like we posted an eggplant emoji one time, and they pulled it.
eggplant emoji?
Yes,
Just the emoji, because what all these algorithms and things are doing now is they go, oh,
once
this
you're
page,
that is what you are.
this page has this percentage is under the age or is under 18 or 17 or their demographic is 14 to 17, whatever. They have this many people. So if I post an eggplant emoji, oh my gosh, they just sap it immediately.
I wonder if it would help if I changed my settings on Instagram to allow only 18 and up to follow me, and the same on TikTok for you guys. Like if
Honestly,
that would actually help your like say, hey, he's not trying to send this to kids.
I didn't know that you could do that.
I know you can on Instagram.
This sounds like a great conversation for afterward.
Yeah,
was gonna say,
exactly.
this is
Okay.
This is talking shop.
I was gonna say this turned into Gary V fucking real quick here.
So anyway, I'm gonna post my cock on TikTok. You guys gonna like it?
Yeah, we got you. Sure. TikTok, baby.
TikTok.
Yeah. No,
What
that's-
do so what was the Floor is Lava like? Let me ask you guys. Like, what's the actual production like?
We don't like getting interviewed. No.
Because it's quite an elaborate set. Do you guys like have like any idea how it's going to go down before you come out onto it? Or you're like, oh, fuck
They
it.
don't tell you. You can't. You're not allowed to see it before you go.
show you a
There's
picture.
some rules where it's like you can't have some competitive advantage over the other teams by seeing it first. So like they give you pretty much like a map, like a
printout
blueprint,
map,
essentially.
it would be.
And then when you actually see it, it's like the dimensions are not the same as what they listed on the thing. But like it was cool. Like it's literally like a giant fucking map they created.
I feel like that'd be like
in a
fuck
warehouse.
these escape rooms. Like, why don't they do them like that?
It's dope. It would take. It's a lot of effort.
Yeah, it's a lot of $1 million production.
A lot of legal issues too. There were some on-set injuries potentially, allegedly.
Did one of you guys get hurt? Some of the other cast members?
No, we didn't. But
We're the face of the show. How
I know
could
you
we?
guys are back. Are you guys the only returning champions?
well, we didn't win.
We never won.
I know you never won, but I haven't seen anybody else double down.
We
We're
are the
fan
return
favorites.
Yes. We're the fan favorites
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah,
will we be back for another season? We would do it in a heartbeat, yeah, but we'll see.
Will they be back for another season?
Yeah, I'll
Who
stand in for
knows?
Sean since he's
There
the
you
least
go.
favorite.
There you go. Yeah.
He got taller.
You can pretend. You can pretend to be a Verzi because my cousins, they're
They're also triplets. There's
They're twins.
They're twins.
They're
what?
twins.
They're
Yeah.
twins and they're
It
younger.
does run in the family, which is
Yeah.
bizarre
And
that it's
we,
genetic.
we're triplets. We have older cousins that are twins. And then their younger brother just had twin boys, all boys.
Okay.
Across
We
the
think-
board.
I don't
and
think-
their younger brother is gay.
we think it's where we grew up because there's
you got
no
some weird
multiples
water
in our
up there,
family.
Simi?
Yeah.
Oh
there
yeah,
there was a big radiation leak.
Rocketdyne
in the
Oh,
50s.
really?
Yes.
yeah.
No shit.
Yeah.
So we think it's something with that, but also like Simi's a weird town. Simi's like the South Park of like the Southern California.
I always thought it
because
was nice up there. I did one show up there
it's
once.
a nice little suburb,
it's a good
but
suburb.
it's got like we have the Ronald Reagan Library, then like the
yeah.
Manson
Old Rodney.
Caves,
The Rodney King trials were
Rodney
there.
King trials, Rocketdyne spill. Like we have a bunch of like
Some weird shit. Joe Dirt, literally.
Yeah, Joe Dirt's parents lived in Simi in the movie, so
It's an interesting
like
town.
it's like half just completely white trash, and then the other half like suburb.
Half infamy, kind of.
The Real Bros
yeah.
of Simi Valleys takes place like it's.
Do you guys go up there often?
Oh yeah, all the time.
Our family lives there.
Okay, so you guys do laundry every Sunday. You guys are cruising.
I literally go there every weekend. I refuse to do laundry at our disgusting apartment building because I see the people that live in it, and I'm like, I do not want to think about my sheets or my shirts being washed with everybody else in that building.
Oh yeah, because your sheets are so pristine.
I'm not saying they're good, but I see the other people, and I'm like, I don't even want to shake hands with them, let alone use the same machine.
We got very lucky with our apartment. We think that somebody died in there because it's cheap.
Because it smells funny.
does smell
Have a
funny.
smell right now.
Because the previous owner's name was Dahmer.
Yeah. Well, and also like all the other tenants are old.
Okay.
We're the only like young. Well, that and Rob Puglisi who lives right below us.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
But everybody else is like old couples that have been there for just decades, essentially. So, and we did actually have somebody die in the apartment next to us. That happened
No
recently.
shit.
Yeah.
How'd they find them? You just start smelling them?
they had cancer, and then their sister was occasionally coming in, and then she came in when
They have a bloodhound sweep the apartment
I know.
every week. Yeah.
Because I always wonder about that. Like,
gonna make a
I'm a
joke
single
about
guy. I'm never getting married again.
Oh yeah, you didn't even talk about that. We just kind of glazed
yeah.
over. What happened to your engagement? What went wrong?
We've been together. I'd met her in college. We started dating the end of college, like the last semester. Got serious, and then I was with her for like 5 or 6 years after that. And I didn't want kids. I don't want them ever now. But at the time, I was like, I certainly don't want them then. She's like, well, I want them. I was like, well, I told you I want to wait a while. She's like, but I want them now. And I was like, well, that's not going to happen. She kept pressing it. And I was getting cold feet as we got closer to the wedding because I was like, what the fuck? Like, she wants to, like, I just bought a condo for us in downtown Boston, fucking classy. She wants to move to the suburbs and have all these kids. So I was getting fucking panic attacks over it. So finally I told her, like, I don't know if I want kids now. I know I don't want them now. I don't know if I ever want them. I know you do. If that's the case, then we shouldn't do this. So we split up.
Yeah.
That's kind of how it ended.
Well, if you don't want kids, I know someone you could talk to.
Well, that's creepy. What are you... Someone you could talk to?
It was a joke from earlier that I didn't want to hit so hard on the head, but go on. Sorry.
Okay. Oh, Jesus. Yes, the Liz reference. Well, she's a lesbian, so... yeah, it's her and her wife are getting... But anyway, so I didn't want kids. She did, so we split apart, and you were asking me about what? After the wedding?
You said you got married.
Yeah, yeah. So I walked away. So
got it.
everything was paid for. It was like $60,000 wedding, $300 a head, 200 people. And flights were booked, hotel rooms were all booked, and it was probably like 5 or 6 weeks before, and I was like, I can't.
And it was kind of, I mean, it sounds like when you have to explain that to people, you're in the wrong.
But she thanks me. So a couple years later, we ran into each other at a mutual friend's wedding, and she was married already, had one kid, one on the way.
No shit.
It was probably 3 years later because I had just started comedy. So I was like 33.
You just banged somebody off social media.
No, well, I was dating a different girl. She was with me at this wedding.
Got it.
And it was fine. Like she like thanked me. She's like, "Oh, thanks for making that tough choice. Obviously, you wanted to go, to start a career in comedy because I was trying to get out of finance.
Career.
Yeah. And she's like, I wanted a family life so much so like you never get closure in life, but somehow I got some closure on that. It went so well that by the end of the night, I was in the parking lot smoking weed with her new husband.
Hell yeah.
Hilarious.
She comes waddling out because she's like 6 months pregnant. She's like, I've been looking for you, to her current husband. She's like, and it's really weird to find you with this guy. The three of us had a big laugh about it, but
You're the runaway groom.
yeah. I just couldn't do it.
Did you do it like how close to the date did you?
5 or 6 weeks. I mean, it was going to be September 12th, 20.
Never forget.
Yeah, 2016.
We had a guy that.
Oh no, sorry, 2013.
So you called off your engagement, but you paid for all the wedding. Did you go through the party?
No. So her dad paid for the wedding. I paid a lot. I paid more than half that for the engagement ring, and I told her to keep it. She's like, what am I going to do with the engagement ring? I said, sell it and pay your father back. What am I going to do? Give it to another girl? You know, like, hey, here's a ring that wasn't meant for you. Like, what the fuck? Like, so I was like, sell that. It would make me feel better. Like, I'll sleep at night. I mean, obviously, wish I had the money now. But
That would be nice.
wish I had that $30,000 now. But she sold the ring and gave the money to her dad.
That's fair.
Yeah, she kept the dog.
Oh,
Yikes.
I got the TV.
Okay. All right.
So I kept everything. But I kept the bedroom furniture, the couch, and the television. And she wiped out the rest of the apartment.
Yeah.
Well,
which is fair.
I told her. I don't need any of that shit. Take it all.
Fair. Take everything.
Yeah, I mean, like literally, I was like, I had no like utensils. I had like go buy utensils. Like, oh shit.
Take everything but my sperm.
Yeah, right? Exactly, dude. Exactly. But it was for the best.
We knew a guy that the day of.
Wow.
Excuse me, it was the night before. Night before, they already did the rehearsal dinner. That night, he said, I can't do this. His parents got him out of there, and he moved across the country.
See, it's still better than getting
College
divorced,
kid.
dude. Still better than getting divorced.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
a million times better than getting
I was
divorced.
gonna say, yeah, you got cleaned
did the
out,
right
but you know.
It was cheaper than a divorce. And look, I was worried about like having the same feeling a year later, and she's pregnant.
Yeah.
You know, like I can't exist with that.
Yeah, once a kid gets involved, then you're fucked.
Yeah. But then you asked me about like whether or not she had the party because everything was paid for.
Yeah.
I told my ex-fiance, I told her, I was like, you should just go to the party with your friends. It's your family's all bought tickets.
It's already paid.
She's like, oh, that'd be weird. I'm like, what fucking be weird? We paid for this shit. Just go.
Yeah.
I mean, there's the band was paid for this. All the food, the caterer's not going to undo the food. Like, like don't just let them get money for free.
Babe, I ruined your life. Go ahead and just enjoy the party.
Dude, I told her at the time, I was like, shit, man, fucking sell tickets to the goddamn thing. It was at the Boston Public Library. We rented out the fucking library. I mean, it was like a beautiful high-end wedding. I mean, real top-end shit. We rented out the Boston. I was like, you could just stand out there with two of your friends and fucking $20, open bar.
Wow.
So you could have made
open
money.
bar too?
Yeah, it was
Oh,
open
God,
bar, dude. I was like, you could have the whole fucking. You could have all your friends in there throwing a rager. It's like I would have done. Like I said, if you had if I had paid for the whole thing, I would have thrown the party. But her dad paid for it, so I said, here's the ring. Here's my half. You know, do what you want with yours.
So you're just a real fucking scumbag then. That's
No, he did the right thing.
No, I agree.
Yeah, I gave her that. I gave her some money. I let her keep the
The
dog.
fact that you gave the money is very cool. That's a very cool thing to do.
I know. I understood. Like I was, we were 28, 29, going on 30. I know she was, like she had to start over. I don't want her to start from zero. Like here's something to get you off your feet, and it made me sleep better at night because obviously it's a traumatic thing to do to someone. Like, hey, I thought we were getting married. No, I'm completely leaving you now. Like, not only are we not getting married, the relationship is over. Because it went from fine. And look, I had 3 or 4 conversations with her. I was having anxiety about getting married. So we talked it through a few times, but that last time, as the date was coming up, I was like, "This, like, I was having like chest pains. Like, I shouldn't be having physical pain about this."
Yeah.
So, when I told her, I was like, "Since I'm not going to marry you, I know this is we probably shouldn't be dating." Like, because because I knew she wanted the family. So like, I wasn't going to say no to the wedding, but keep dating her, and have her keep asking me like, when are we going to get married and have these kids? Like, never.
It sounds immature, but it's like that's probably the most responsible thing you could have done.
It's easily the most mature decision I made.
Yeah, wasted all of her prime baby making years, and
she's got 3 kids.
She's got 3.
She's fine.
That's great.
She's got everything she wants.
Wait, so are you SNP now or no?
No, dude, I have no health care, dude. If I had health care, I'd do it.
Just fucking apply for like Cover California or some shit, dude. What are you talking about?
I'm not paying monthly for that shit.
Are you kidding me?
If you don't make enough,
fuck yeah, we'll do it.
I
don't go to the doctor. I don't have any reason.
We're snipping a straight white male. Absolutely.
I got in, I think, during the pandemic on it, and I don't pay for my health insurance.
If you go to Planned Parenthood,
but I don't use it either.
Okay.
But I have it.
If you go to Planned Parenthood, they'll cut you.
Yeah.
Immediately. They'll be like,
really?
Absolutely. We don't
Probably smart, man, because honestly, half the states now have these fucking abortion bans, dude. And I play Texas. I'm not trying to get a girl pregnant out there.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not trying to fucking, have to move to Tennessee because I knocked up some girl.
We'll talk afterwards. I can help you out. Look it up. We'll get
you guys help me with YouTube shorts and getting a vasectomy.
If you guys want to help Randy's GoFundMe for his vasectomy, please check the link in the bottom. We don't need more of him in this world. No, truly.
I should start a GoFundMe and see if my followers will come up with some money to get a vasectomy.
Honestly, I would donate $10 to that's hilarious.
How much is it? Like $5,000? Can't be that expensive.
No, it's way less than that.
We got to wrap it up. We got to go.
Okay.
Sorry.
Randy, thank you so much for being on. You want to go ahead and plug all of your social media, podcast, all that stuff?
Yes. Every Wednesday, the Ready, Set, Blow podcast comes out every Wednesday. Check that out. I'll have these guys on as soon as I can figure out a camera situation that works for 4. And
we got you. We got it.
And check me out on my social media pages at Randy Valerio, RandyValerio.
We can just simulcast this.
Yeah.
Just record an intro of you saying "Welcome to the Ready Set Blow pod." Anyways, guys, we'll be in Tacoma, Washington, December 10th, and Spokane, Washington, December 11th. Tacoma Comedy.
Sorry,
and we'll be at the California Comedy Club December 16th. Those are the shows coming up, the bigger shows coming up right now. So check us out. All of our dates, VirgieTriplets.com. Come check us out. Randy, thank you so much for being on.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Dylan, thank you for recording. Later, y'all.